and that's the thing about Jaylon Smith. He will be versatile. There will be teams looking for him. Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we're going to talk about Jaylon Smith. This is serious. Cap mode time, all right? We're in it. We're in cap mode time. It's off-season OTAs, phase 2 of the off-season program. So why are we talking about Jaylon Smith? Because, you know, earlier in the week, late last week, they're talking about Jaylon Smith could be, you know, next in line to getting a contract extension. And really that hasn't come to fruition. So I think they probably started, you know, preliminary discussions, that kind of thing. But it does bring up a good talking point moving forward, especially because Jaylon Smith will be a restricted free agent after this season. So what does that mean? That means that, you know, the Cowboys most likely will sign him. However, if they don't reach a contract extension, they're going to have to slap the hopefully the first round tender on him. You can't, and this is where the conversation is really going toward. Okay, so, you know, let's assume that there's no contract extension given, and you let this thing ride out through the season. He has another amazing, even more improved season, Pro Bowl, All Pro, that kind of thing. That kind of season. You're looking at a player that's going to garner some interest. And if you just put a first round tender, which at the minimum, that's what you're going to have to do for Jaylon. All right, you cannot, no way in hell can you give a second round tender or lower. It's going to be the first round tender. You know, for 2019, it's going to be estimated at about $4.5 million for the year. That's a steal. All right, now where it comes into play is you're still leaving the door open for other teams to come in here and sniffing around with their big old snouts looking for a linebacker. We saw this draft class didn't have a very good, strong linebacker core. The 2020 draft, are you going to find somebody better than Jaylon Smith in 2020? No, you're not. Would he have been the top linebacker in this draft? Yes, he would have. All right, there's no doubt about it. Even when he came out in 2016 with the, you know, totally devastated knee injury that he had, MCL and ACL and the nerve and the drop foot, Cowboys took him in the second round. All right, so somebody could come out here and say, hey, you know, we'll give you a first round pick for Jaylon Smith. All right, and here's a contract. Are you guys gonna match it? So you gotta be careful there. Gotta be careful there. That's really what this video is about. All right, so obviously you're in no big rush, but at the same time, you know, you're gonna need. You can't let this one somehow. You can't let this get screwed up somehow, you know. And I don't think they will. I think Will McClay in this front office, they already have a. They have earmarks as far as who they're gonna sign, you know, in concert with Stephen Jones, as far as who's up next, who's gonna get the payday, who do they need, and who could they possibly let walk. All right, so I did a poll as far as, you know, who would you want to keep if it came down to Byron Jones, La'el Collins, or Jaylon Smith. And Jaylon Smith ran away with the poll in the upper 90 percentile, 95 or 92, something like that, very high. So fans, they see it. Other teams are seeing this player. All right, so the interest will be there. First round pick for an upper echelon player like Jaylon Smith. He's still young. He's going to be 24 in June, so you have youth there. How much is he going to garner? All right, how much is he going to want? Okay, so Bobby Wagner at 28 years old, he's looking at, you know, trying to get another contract extension. He's going to be a free agent next year. So is he going to set the bar? All right, even right now, Bobby Wagner is pulling in 10 million, 10.75. All right, so that's pretty high. And we're talking about inside linebackers. All right, Hitchens, the Cowboys let walk, you know, $9 million a season, $45 million contract, 5-year contract. A lot of these deals are in the 4 to 5 year range. I think if you're the Cowboys at 24 years old, I think you would want to do a 5-year deal with him. All right. But definitely 4 is not out of the question, but you probably want to sign him up long term, 5 years. You know, you put him at the end of, 29, 30 years old. He could probably still get another contract, maybe with the Cowboys, maybe somewhere else. So it's going to be expensive. Now, the conversation's always going to come up to, hey, we can't sign all these players. But the fact of the matter is, the cap goes up. You're gonna get certain players are you know, slowly falling off the books. You know, you're looking at players like, right now we have $20 million available. All right, and yeah, that can go real quick, real fast. But the way the Cowboys have set up contracts in the past, we've had years where we had supposedly no money to maneuver, and the Cowboys are able to, you know, restructure contract with some other vets. They can get a lot of these deals done. All right, so don't worry about Ezekiel Elliott long term, Amari Cooper long term. Those guys will be here. Jaylon Smith, he is really looking really good, and he's very strong, very powerful, very fast, and an integral part to this defense. All right. And obviously Leighton Vander Esch as well. But if you're talking about somebody that can captain this team, Jaylon Smith's that player. He's always been like that, you know. And you know, you guys know me. I follow Notre Dame as hard as I do the Cowboys, and you know, watching him as a freshman become a captain, become a defensive leader, become a menace to all the offenses in college. He's a really good player, and that's the thing about Jaylon Smith. He will be versatile. There will be teams looking for him because he can give you the pass rush. You could put him out. You could transition him to a 3-4 defense if you wanted to. He has the pass rush capabilities, and they use them in that type of facet at Notre Dame. You know, rushing the passer. Cowboys are giving him that opportunity here too. You know, as a blitzing linebacker, and he just has a way of getting through the guards. He's got that speed, that burst. It's back. All right, so we're talking about a really good upper echelon linebacker here. All right, so sign him long term. You know, do you sign him before Amari Cooper, before Zeke or somebody? I would say at least try to get it done during the season. You know, try to do it during the season. It'd be good to get it done during camp, man. I would love that. Don't worry about it. All right, because that will be a real thing, you know. And yeah, historically there hasn't been a lot of players plucking teams, you know, restricted free agents. But you're talking about a player here that's very versatile, and a lot of teams are looking for these type of players. We're looking for these type of linebackers. So somebody could definitely, you know, throw in a first round pick in a big contract and sweep them away from the Cowboys. So go ahead and get this done now. Jaylon Smith for life. All right, Cowboy for life. Let's get it done. All right, I'm not talking about breaking the bank or anything like that, but you know, I think you will have a good contract in the $13 million range annually. I think at the minimum, I would give Jaylon Smith a $13 million per year contract. Let me know what you guys think about Jaylon Smith. Should they sign him right now, or should they wait to the end of the season when he becomes a restricted free agent and see where the market goes and see if somebody wants to pluck him from the team? Let me know what you guys think. What should the Cowboys do? How much would you pay him? And as usual, guys, continue to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you for the next video, guys. Peace.